Okay, we have episode 3 of Babylon 5 called Soul Hunter. Our review after this. Hello out there, I'm the oldest nerd, and with Soul Hunter, we have the beginnings of Dr. Stephen Franklin, who's just joined the station. Previous doctor, they explain in a line, has gone to Earth on a special envoy to the president or something like that. So they have basically indicated that there's going to be a change of people here and there on Babylon 5. And if you know from the rest of the series, there are quite a few characters that come and go or leave their positions and go into other ones. But in this episode, Dr. Franklin has a pretty central role to play. The Soul Hunter, which is the subject of the title, is a race that they have not encountered before, but the Minbari were familiar with, and in fact other aliens on the station apparently were scared enough of this guy to make a quick leave before things got messy. And basically what this being is someone that takes the soul of other beings as they are dying or at the point of death and preserves them, at least by their own description. We find out later that this guy is not exactly on the up and up in how he performs his function, but we won't get too much into the plot of this. We will mention, though, that when they talk about death, and this is something that is kind of a recurring theme in Babylon 5. However, an interesting little exchange between Dr. Franklin and Lieutenant Commander Ivanova, which he talks about how short life is. And Ivanova says, well, if we lived until we were 200, we would still be human. Dr. Franklin says, are you a pessimist? She says, no, I'm a Russian. We understand such things. I thought it was a good line. Also, of some note here, we get a little bit of a hint into the relations between Minbari and humans. Now, we've already established in earlier episodes that the Minbari and the humans were in a war that ended 10 years ago and stopped for reasons that no one is absolutely sure about. But we don't exactly know all about Delin, and a little bit is leaked out here. One, that she was a member of the Grey Council, which means the High Council, ruling council of Minbari Prime, and why she is there as an ambassador does not make sense. It would be like sending a vice president, Sinclair says to Ivanova. So it doesn't make sense to him as to why she should be there and what's important about her being there. Now, as she is rescued late in the episode, she is sedated and is muttering some things that make some remark about we were right about you. And goes back into unconsciousness after that, and the doctor says she'll be revived in about an hour or two, and Sinclair says, yeah, but I'll bet you a week's pay that she'll never finish that sentence, and most likely she won't. There is something that we will find out later about souls and the Minbari that's of crucial reasoning of why they were like they were. But another thing that I can't quite track is the Soul Hunter says of Delin, you don't know her, you don't know what she's really here for. And that is something that may or may not be revealed in this season, or perhaps it'll take a lot longer for that to happen. At any rate, the relationship between Sinclair and Delin is a special one, and that will be developed as the series moves on. So, a good episode. I love the dialogue. It goes by quickly. I have to put captions on just to be able to keep up with some of it, because especially in conversations with Garibaldi, he is a very quick speaker, and actually Ivanova is too, and so it's sometimes a little difficult to keep up with, but Garibaldi did have a very interesting little bit where he's talking about Sinclair trying to be all heroic. He says, I've got a job to do here. It's bad for my reputation if you don't let me do it. That kind of thing. Hard to get another job or whatever. This exchange was something that defines Garibaldi's character. He is of a his dialogue almost describes someone who's not nearly as serious as we know the character is, but he does have a very good sense of humor, and we'll see that as time moves on as well. So what I'd like you to do right now is to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and please leave a like. It always helps to get, I'm collecting likes the way this guy is collecting souls, and that might be something that comes to some good use later on. I don't know at this point, but I do like to see it, so I would appreciate that if you would do that. And if you have comments, please leave them below. I read them all and answer most of them, so why not stay with us as we research our way through Babylon 5. It's been so long since I've seen it, and I saw it so spottily. I really don't know the whole story, so let's go into that together. Now, we also have retro reviews on Tuesday and Wednesday for Deep Space Nine and the original series of Star Trek. We will be in about 2 weeks. I keep saying 2 weeks because I don't really know. It's like the 7th of September is when the first episode of Lower Decks starts, and we do have a little insight on that. All of the Lower Deckers are going to be promoted, I guess, to Lieutenant JG, so that's, I don't know how that happens or what goes around, but, it'll be an entertaining episode as they go back. So, with all of that, stay with us, and thank you for watching. Don't go far.